today. We are going to get started with our spelling bee. Got several things to go over with us before we start. But before we do that, I want to introduce our judges. We have Miss Cindy Lawton. She's our Keller Board of Trustees president. We have Karina Davis, another member of our Board of Trustees. And we have Michael Gerald, who's the pastor of the River Church that meets here at Whitley Road. Thank you guys for joining us and for being here today. And then our pronouncer is Mrs. Klein. She's one of our ISTs here at Whitley Road. Okay, just a few things so you know what's going on while we do the bee. Once a student has said a letter, they can't take it back. So we've gone over this, we've practiced that a lot, but if nerves get the best of us and we say a letter in the wrong order, we can't go back and fix it. It's got to stay in the order that we say it. So remember, deep breaths, take it slow, you're going to be okay. Spellers are responsible for being sure that they understand the word correctly. They know the questions that they can ask to make sure that they understand that. They can ask for the word to be repeated as many times as they want. They will only be provided with the word unless it's a homonym, and then they'd have to ask for additional information beyond that. I will come up when we get towards the last round and explain the rules of the final couple of rounds because it can get a little interesting. Parents, if you're taking pictures, please just make sure your flash is off because that can be a little bit distracting and we don't want to distract the spellers while they're thinking. Everyone, teachers, parents, if you'll make sure that your phones are on silent. I will do that right now also, again, so that we don't distract them. And if there's any younger siblings or students that are getting rowdy, let's just make sure that we step out if we can't, please, so that we cannot cause a disturbance. When students miss a word, they will go down and sit in this section. Parents, you're welcome to go comfort them, sit with them if you want to, and we'll have some teachers over there to help them as well. If there are any appeals that you have about a student getting out, I'll be sitting up here in the front. If you'll just come talk to me. If you feel like something was done wrong or incorrectly or unfairly, let me know. It just has to be done before the student would have taken their next turn, if that makes sense. So please be prompt with that if you have any questions or concerns. Lastly, kids, teachers, parents, if you will please just make sure that you're not mouthing the spelling, make sure that you're not nodding or making any sort of face as your kid is spelling, because that could result in them being disqualified. I know it's so hard, but if you'll just try and watch your face, I know it's a lot easier said than done. And then just a last note, our wonderful judges are kind of the final say, so whatever they decide is what stands. So thank you for being here. Hey, 3rd and 4th grade, it is a huge deal for your friends to be up here spelling in front of all of you guys. They are so brave, right? Yeah, we are so proud of them before they even do anything, because just making it this far is a big deal, and being up here spelling in front of all their peers and these parents is a big deal. So how about before we even start, we let them know how proud of them we are and we give them a big old cheer, okay? Let's go. Okay, sorry, I wanted to test the volume. Thank you. We are going to do a practice round first, where they just come up and spell their first names. That way we can work through any technical difficulties and get them used to being with the microphone. So without further ado, we will let Ms. Klein come take her place.